How you doing? You all right?
I'm very well, thank you. So is Chippenham a funny place? Is it a good place to have a comedy festival?
I think it's a great place to have a comedy festival. It's a great town, but there's nothing goes on in it. It's a great town, but it's, as the specials said years ago, it's coming like a ghost town these days. There's nothing goes on in town. The town centre's dead at night. Ever since Gold Digger shut, there's not been enough live entertainment. It's a great town. There's great people in it, and they deserve to have something to go and see. I've been running comedy nights for about 2 or 3 years now over the Three Crowns. They've been great. They've been well attended. We've had Phil Jeepers has been down, Andrew O'Neill's been down, Zoe Lyons. We've had great comedians down there. So me and Steve Jenner, the landlord of the Crowns, thought why not try a comedy festival? They've been done in small towns like Machynlleth in Wales. We thought why not Chippenham?
But it is a big leap, isn't it, from having, I guess, a comedy night to having a festival? Because how many comedians have you got involved in this?
We've got around about 25 comedians and one punk band involved in it.
It's a heady combination. So that's quite a lot. How did you choose who else coming along?
Well, I had a great response to it. It was Mark Thomas. It was brilliant. I know Mark very well. It was great to have Mark Thomas on board for the Friday night. And Richard Herring, another brilliant comedian. Andrew O'Neill, who's one of the best up-and-coming comedians, I think. People might see on there from the Buzzcocks. And I put it up on the internet. I was looking for people to do a comedy festival in Chippenham. I had a lot of people who've played the Three Crowns before, wanted to come back, and some people who never have done. What it is, it's previews for the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. So before the Edinburgh Fringe in August, which is the biggest comedy event, I think, in the world, and I think the best in the world as well, people tend to want to preview their shows, myself included, to try them out before the Fringe. And this is coming near to August now, so the shows will be in the final stages. So it's basically 3 days of Edinburgh Fringe previews.
But you don't have to go to Edinburgh. You just have to go to Chippenham.
No, you just go to Chippenham. Get the Edinburgh. We're bringing the Edinburgh Fringe to Chippenham, you might say.
Hopefully you get some kind of shortbread biscuit on sale there. Who knows? Just to get into the mood. For a comedian then, because it's an odd job. I've spoken to lots of comedians come on and we have a chat about it. It's a real odd job because you can write whatever you write. It's not until you stand up in front of an audience that I suppose you really know if something works or not.
No, this is absolutely right. It's the only way to learn anything in comedy is the hardest way possible. That's why it's such a hard game. But it's again, with writing, you can write and write and write, but until you've tried it out in front of a live audience, then you've got, like you say, you've got no way of knowing whether it's any good or not. It's not, musicians can practice in private and figure out whether they've got something right or not. With comedians, you have to have an audience.
So what's your role then during the festival? I'm assuming you're going to try out your act as well?
I'll be doing a preview of my new Edinburgh show. It's my 9th Edinburgh Fringe show. In fact, it's the first proper preview that I've done. I think it's the first hour show that I've performed in Chippenham after a lot of years of doing hour shows as well. So I'm looking forward to finally doing it in my hometown.
Sure. And is it got a good reputation for people that have played the Three Crowns before now? Because that's what you want. You want to build up something where people, I guess comedians talk amongst themselves and they're going, yeah, if you want a really good, they're great down there. They kind of get it.
I think it's got a good reputation. I think personally, I'm biased in this, but I think it's the best venue for comedy in Wiltshire by far. The pub itself is fantastic. There's 6 real ales and real ciders going. It's a freehold pub, and I think people are quite rightly looking to small businesses in these kind of difficult times with the recession and everything. People are supporting local businesses, and it's also they're great audiences. Every comedian that's been down and that's headlined has absolutely loved it. In fact, we had Phil Jeepers, the biggest name we've had down. He actually approached me about it during the previous Edinburgh Fringe Festival, asking if he could come down and try his Porky the Poet routine down there. Of course, we were delighted to have him, but I think the reputation is growing.
Now, I know you haven't even had it yet because it's this coming weekend,
yeah.
But could you see this as being a kind of an annual event? Will, if it all goes well?
I very much hope so, because we have the Folk Festival in Chippenham, which, the Folk Festival does, as its place, it does a lot for local trade. But the thing is, it doesn't really involve local people. I think there needs to be something for the people of Chippenham. With the Folk Festival, it kind of people come from further afield, and the town's very busy, but I don't think that local people get involved enough, or if even feel like they can get involved enough with kind of specialist folklore-related activities. I think this is something that everyone can get involved in. Everyone likes comedy. Well, there must be people who don't, but most people enjoy comedy. There's different comedians on. There's something for everyone. We've also got a band on the Sunday night. It's good to put it's the Men That Will Not Be Blamed for Nothing, who are brilliant up-and-coming punk rock band. I think it's good to have a band on that's a rising band. Like we used to have in Chippenham Gold Diggers, and every band used to play Diggers on their tour. But now we just have endless covers bands now. It gets a bit tedious, so it's good to put on a band that are current.
just gone flashback to my childhood, going to Gold Diggers on a Saturday night. Don't, that's far too long ago now. How do people find out more about it? Because the tickets are really, I mean, it's £4 or something from £4?
They're £4. The tickets for there's some mostly £4. Some of the bigger names are more. They're very close to selling out now, but there are some tickets left. There's still a few tickets for shows like Richard Herring and Andrew O'Neill left, and it's the Mark Thomas tickets are completely sold out. Unfortunately, they sold out very, very quickly because obviously people want the opportunity to see someone who usually does big theatres in a small pub. The best thing is that you can get the tickets on there's a Facebook page, and there's also there's posters all over Chippenham where there's a phone number for doing PayPal. What I'd like to see people doing now is just come on down on the day and just have a look and see what you like. Have a couple of ales and just see a few shows. They're only £4. They're less than the price of a pint in some places. And you can get we're doing shows in two venues, in the main bar and also in what we're calling the outhouse, which is the shed that was going to be used as a microbrewery at one point. We're going to use that. And to see all the show, what some people do, which I think is a great idea, is they're just buying tickets for everything in one room, and then they can just go back and get some drinks. You see, it costs about, say, £20 to do that, and you can see 5 hours of stand-up for £20 and drink some nice beers, and there's nice bar snacks and stuff there. So it's a great pub to hang out. It'd be good for people to come and just spend the day and hang out and see the comedians and try the beers and stuff and just try something new.
Brilliant. Well, Will Hudson, thanks so much for joining us. It's Chippenham's very first comedy festival. It starts this Friday. It's at the Three Crowns in the town. And as you said, tickets starting from £4, which frankly is a bit of a bargain. It's a huge bargain. Will Hodgson there. Good luck there with the Chippenham Comedy Festival, 4 minutes to 3.